Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are live from an undisclosed location deep in the heart of American flyover country. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to you, wherever you are and whenever you're listening to this installment of Podcast Excellence. We are under the radar, but always, ladies and gentlemen, over the top. And tonight I want to talk about something that caught my eye. A baby monitor camera apparently catches a ghost live. A spirit moves through the baby's bedroom on camera. This is reported by the Daily Mail. This is also reported by Coast to Coast AM. That's where I saw it. And I just wanted to talk about this because I've seen this type of thing before. And I want you to know that sometimes we do partake in showing bits of copyrighted material. We do it for commentary purposes. We do it for educational purposes. And we've even been known to do it for parody purposes. And it is all completely in line with regulations concerning fair use, which is 17 USC 107, Section 107, limitations on exclusive rights, fair use. So we just want to make that blatantly clear. And we're going to use this video. And this video, ladies and gentlemen, did come, as I said before, I believe, from the Daily Mail, which I believe is a UK publication. And just to set the stage for you, just to set the story, and let me set the story first by sharing with you what would cause me to try to share this with you. Some years ago, the first paranormal conference I was ever invited to speak at was in San Antonio, Texas. And it was a unique event. I don't know if they still have it. I think it was called Scarefest. No, not Scarefest. What was it called? I can't remember. But anyway, because it had horror movie fans, it had paranormal, and it also had the thing where you dress up, cosplay. So it was really an interesting event, like Phantom Fest. It was called. And I went on my first ghost hunt, ladies and gentlemen. Went on my very first ghost hunt, and I was not impressed. And I was watching, and it was at this San Antonio Museum of Natural History. And one of the guys that was there, kind of watching, make sure nobody stole anything, noticed that I wasn't that impressed. And he called me over and said, "Hey, I feel you, this isn't really that great, but let me show you something." And he went and showed me some of their old security footage, and a apparition much like this one that we're about to see. He showed me a little girl walking across their snack bar area and back and forth and slow and freeze frame and zoom. And I'm telling you what, ladies and gentlemen, it was very impressive to me. And it made me realize that even though a lot of the things that we see may not be ghosts, I've even seen somebody before they even see this not even watching this video yet, has in here telling me that it's not a ghost, but that's okay. It's all right. But I want to tell you something. That one caught my eye, and this one has caught my eye as well. So I'm going to play this. There's no sound, so don't say I can't hear it, because you really can't hear it. And you'll watch. And if you'll watch, you'll see the baby, and you'll see the baby kind of looking, and then you'll see this apparition move by, and then they'll play it again with the apparition within a red circle, so you can be able to see it. And then we'll chat about it. But I want you to take a look at this, and I want you to see what you think, and then we'll talk about what I think, and we'll talk together and decide if we can come up with some type of an understanding or an explanation of what these things can be. You almost got me, Jose. You almost got me. So here we go. Again, there is no sound. There is no sound. There is no sound. What are the odds that somebody's going to say, I can't hear it? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, but will you, in honor of Rex Bear, just look at it? LeakCon coming up May 16, 17, 18, 19, somewhere in there, that Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think it's 17, 18, 19, actually. I'm just going a little early and getting there. a little bit and leaving a little bit late. So here we go. Let's watch this. And you tell me what you think. And we'll watch together. Boom. There it was. Did you see it? It's going to play it again. Don't worry. This is a baby monitor camera. There's the baby. And look at that. Boom. Did you see it that time? I think they'll show you one more time with a red circle. There it is. Boom. Did you see it that time? There you go, ladies and gentlemen. And that's basically it right there. That's what we that's what they showed. That's what the video showed. But there's more to it. What prompted this, ladies and gentlemen, was the fact that this family woke up and I don't know if Andrew's playing or if I was a prophet. But what happened is this family woke up and they found that their baby had 3 big scratches on the baby. I know it was a boy or a girl. And so they went back and they went and looked at the camera, and that's when they saw this thing walking by, and of course the baby tracking it. Yeah. So to me, that looks like a legitimate one. To me, that looks like there was some type of an apparition that was caught on camera. Now, I don't know if it was a ghost. I don't know if it was a demon. I don't know if it was an interdimensional. And we may not even know what it is. But this I do know, that in order for an entity to leave any physical marks on a person, it's got to be very, very, very powerful. So I don't know if A plus B equals C. It might have just been the baby scratched herself somewhere else. I don't know if that entity scratched that baby or not. But very, very interesting stuff, because that certainly looked like there was some type of an apparition moving across that baby's room, just like the one I saw in San Antonio, Texas, on the security monitor of a little girl apparition moving through what used to be moving in through their snack bar. But of course, it wasn't a snack bar way back in the day because that building wasn't there. So it's very interesting to me. Somebody says it was a gray. Okay. Maybe it was a gray. Somebody says it was something else, but it's interesting to note that we do have manifestations of things that are not of our normal 3D realm here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, they're not very often caught on cameras, but every now and then they are. And it really has very little to do with the camera. It has more to do with the entity. Somehow, sometimes they'll phase in and out of frequency, phase in and out of dimensionality. Just crazy stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And if someone's going to back me into a corner and say, what is it? I'm probably going to go with, in that case, some type of either an energetic residue within that place. Because if time is all existing consistently and overlapping, if all time that's ever been is here now, then it could have been an energetic resonance or an energetic leftover or an energetic bleed over. I remember when I was in Berchtesgaden, West Germany, in the place where Adolf Hitler used to have his different type of ceremonies, and we could actually begin to see figures up on the stage that obviously weren't there anymore. We heard Hitler's voice down in the basement. We heard Hitler's dog down in the basement. So is that energetic residue, or is that interdimensional time bleed over? I don't know, but it's fascinating to speculate. It's interesting to talk about, and it's certainly something that gives us an opportunity to stop and to think and to ponder and to realize that there's a whole lot of things going on that we're not aware of. And to me, it encourages me because it lets me know that this 3D world, this mud hut body world is not all there is. That this is just the smallest slice of all that is, and that we are here to learn and to grow and develop and to move on from this very low level, I feel, of existence, very dense, to move into a higher, more quickly and fastly vibrating level of existence. Now, Rocky Stucci's in the chat room. He's probably forgotten more about the paranormal than I know, but I know when I see something that looks very real, and there's a lot of different explanations for it. But the important thing is we're not alone, and let that encourage us, because we're on our way to a higher place. We're on our way to a place of higher frequency. I'm convinced we're on our way to a place of higher morality. We're on our way to a place that's better for us, higher than this one, and where we are more enlightened and more able to be who we really are. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I had a little bit of a weird day and got the plunge laid, been doing some other things, so didn't get my glasses on, but let me just go ahead and put them on for you right now so you won't feel too bad. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Interesting stuff. Who is it? What is it? I don't know. And while we're here, and I don't know why I'm going to talk about this, but a lot of people say, well, you know what? This is proof of the power of the name of Jesus. Because when I see a ghost, I say Jesus, and that ghost is gone. When I see a interdimensional, I say Jesus, and he goes. When I see anything that I don't like, I say Jesus, and they go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to tell you that they may go if you say Jesus, because you believe that the power of Jesus will make them go. I have to tell you, though, if you believe the power of the name of Jeffrey would make him go, they'd go too. If you believe the power of Pluto would make them go, they will go. If you believe the power of Uranus would make them go, it will make them go. You could say in the name of Rocky Stucci, and I might even recommend that, because that, ladies and gentlemen, is a powerful name, but it's intention. It's your intention that they cannot mess with you. And however you choose to target and focus that intention, whatever name works for you, then use it. I wouldn't use one that comes with a string. I'd rather have a no strings attached method of spiritual protection, but that's just me. I thought I would throw that out there for you because I know somebody out there is thinking it. They haven't said it, but they're thinking it. Let's run through the chat room real quickly, see if there's anything that I need to address, see if there's anything that is worth talking about. I don't see, we know about the spirit world. No sound. Yeah, of course, there's no sound. Ha, ha, ha. Interdimensional. Yep, could have been interdimensional. Lots of types of spirits surrounding us. Absolutely. Meatball checking in. Hearts pounding. Kids talk about monsters under the bed. Yeah, you might want to listen to them and help clear that out. I mean, let's talk about that. If your kid says, there's a monster in the closet, there's a monster under the bed, the best thing to do is, yeah, and if you step out of that bed, they'll get you. That's not the best thing to do, but it would be a pretty effective tool to keep a kid in bed, wouldn't it? Now, I would go in there and I would just be straight up with them. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. This is your room, right? Let's say their name is, let's say it's little Rocky Stucci. Little baby Rocky Stucci. And little baby Rocky, with his little baby mullet, because he used to have one of those. Little baby Rocky with his little baby mullet sees something in his closet, and little baby Rocky thinks it's there. So what I would do if I was the dad of little baby Rocky, which is a weird way to think about it. But anyway, I would say, well, Rocky, this is your room, right? Yes, this is my room. First of all, I'd say, Rocky, shut up. But then I would say, Rocky, this is your room, right? Yeah. This is your area, right? Yeah. And nothing that you don't want to be here should be able to stay here. So, Rocky, I want you right now to say, thing in my closet, shut up. Get out of my room, and you can't come back. And I'll guarantee you right now, that'll work. Learn how to empower your kids. Don't tell them, oh, say Jesus and let Jesus save you. No. Take charge of your own damn self. This is my room. Get out of here. I'm little baby mullet head Rocky Stucci. Get out of my room. Empower your kids. Teach those youngins. Bring them up in the right way. Let them know what they can do and how they can do it. And that'll save you a whole bunch of having to wake up at night and go do that stuff. Yeah, tell them to put away their iPhone first. That would be very, very helpful. There you go. Empower your kids. Don't enslave them. Teach your kids they're divine. Teach your kids they're sovereign. Teach your kids they're free. And teach your kids the power of that sovereignty. That'll work. And I just gave you that, ladies and gentlemen, for free. If you think I'm dangerous, subscribe to this channel. Keep an eye on me because you have no idea what's coming next. If you like the content, subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. In regards to this particular video, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. Tomorrow night, we're going to have Joseph Atwell, author of Caesar's Messiah, right here on this channel. We've got some great, exciting partnerships that we're entering into that I can't quite talk about yet, but you will be excited. Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen, all grown up, mulletless Rocky Stucci will be joining Scotty Roberts and I for the Consequential Rapscallions. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Thursday night, Rocky Stucci joins the Consequential Rapscallions. This is programming that just can't be beat. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, remember, you are here to guide your own spirit, to master your own ascension, to be your own guru. You're the last generation of real humans and the next generation of new gods. We are the American gods, the Australian gods, the South African gods, fill in the blank depending upon, well, what portion of the globe you're from, but you know what I mean. So it's time for us to ask questions. It's time for us to question answers. It's time for us, ladies and gentlemen, to unindoctrinate ourselves.